Buenas tardes a todos. Good evening, everyone. My name is Renee Castro, and I am the current Spanish dual credit and advanced placement teacher. On behalf of my colleagues in the Spanish department, I would like to welcome you to our first annual Spanish Honor Society ceremony. Thank you all for coming to honor our students of Spanish language and culture. Today we recognize outstanding achievers who have demonstrated their love and passion for the Spanish language and all that it represents. We have challenged these individuals to read, to write, to speak, and to understand the Spanish language in an authentic setting. We have encouraged them to think differently and approach the world from a new perspective. We've asked them to look at our own cultures and traditions in comparison to others in the Spanish-speaking world. These students have proven that they meet the requirements to be admitted into the National Spanish Honor Society through the AATSP, the Association of Teachers of Spanish and Portuguese. I've had the distinct pleasure of following this group through their entire high school career as I began teaching at Crown Point when they were freshmen. I taught many of these students in their first year of Spanish, and I absolutely terrified them by speaking only Spanish during the first several minutes of class on that first day of high school. They had no idea what I was saying and had no idea how to use the language. But now, 4 years later, they have the ability to not only fully communicate in Spanish, but they can share stories, express emotions, and even joke around and make each other laugh, completely in Spanish. It is my single greatest joy as a teacher, and I am so proud of the hard work that they have put into embracing the language during their high school years. My colleagues and I have selected these students based upon their academic achievement and merit. Not only were they required to show high marks in their Spanish classes, but also in their overall coursework. Through their membership in our chapter of the National Spanish Honor Society, which we have named the Frida Kahlo chapter, and in Spanish Club, we hope to inspire and charge them with this duty, with the hope that they will continue to find the importance of the Spanish language, history, and culture in their lives. That they may continue to explore Spanish on their own outside of the classroom setting. Some may continue to study Spanish in college or even abroad, but most of all, that they will share what they have learned with others and will continue the exchange of cultural understanding and tolerance. What we learn changes us and can therefore unite and bring others together. As we dedicate this evening and this ceremony to our students, I would like to reflect for a moment on how they've grown in the language over their high school careers. We look upon this dynamic group of students and recognize that they are athletes, artists, friends, and leaders. These students have shown immense tenacity and resilience. They have experienced school and learning in several different formats. They have had to study, work, and live under some of the most difficult circumstances imaginable. Still, they have found a way to work through the adversity and create a memorable and inspiring high school experience. As Frida Kahlo once said, at the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. Our students are brave, bold, and curious. A lot of these moments were made during our trips to Spain, Costa Rica, and the Dominican Republic, where they got a chance to experience the language and culture outside of the classroom. We hope that as our world heals and gradually returns to normal, that we will once again be able to provide opportunities for our students to explore outside the school setting. We are looking forward to continuing our travel program and going to Peru and taking field trips with the Spanish Club. It is through these opportunities that our program stays strong and relevant. We have hope and faith that our students will build bridges where others build walls, and that they will learn to unite rather than divide. I wish you all great success in your future, and to not forget that as the Canadian-Australian philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein once said, and what is now our motto, the limits of our language are the limits of our world. Stay curious, be thoughtful, and remain successful. And now I would like to introduce our student speaker. Let's welcome Connor McCloskey.
Hola, estoy presentando mi presentación like how I talk at home, in Spanglish. Spanglish, funny enough, is a huge part of mi vida en mi casa. Yes, this little Irish-Italian kid is telling you that he speaks Spanish at home. And why, you might ask? Well, buen pregunta. En mi futuro, I want to be a doctor. Not only a doctor, but a surgeon. And one of the most important aspects of being in the medical field, especially surgery, is communication. With 13% of the US speaking Spanish as a first language, I suspect to have at least one patient in my future career who speaks it. Quiero ayudar cada persona, pero not just English-speaking patients. I have to be able to ask, ¿Dónde está el doler? Y where does it hurt? Not just one of them. También, in our current world, nearly 43% of the population is bilingual. In America, es muy triste que solamente el 20% sea bilingual. If you happen to not catch that, yes, only 20% of America is bilingual. We are not currently global citizens. However, we can change that. We need to continue progressing our own knowledge in Spanish and promote this journey to others who may not understand its importance. Our achievement in the National Spanish Honor Society is a sign that we need to continue in our own journeys to fluency, as we clearly have demonstrated some form of mastery. As we progress, one of the best ways to learn is to teach others. This is why Spanglish es muy importante en mi casa. Enseño la lengua de español a mis padres because it helps me deepen my own understanding. When I learn a new tense, I try to use it on my own parents. Yes, an 18-year-old speaking a different language to you in your own house is likely a torture method, but I think they enjoy it too, deep down. Learning a new language is fun, after all. Overall, I hope to leave you all with at least one message, and that being to continue on your own journeys with Spanish and to become global citizens. You truly never know when you will need it. Gracias.
We will now call each student up by name, and they will receive their honor cords or medallion. Please hold your applause until we have called all of the students.
Hola. We will now induct DCAP students who will be receiving a cord to wear to graduation. Nicole Bosaski. Kyle Benich. Haley Brown. Mija Chang Stroman. Ryan Costello. Peyton Donahue. Vianette Esparza. Okay. Madison Flewelling. Lauren Garcia. Okay. Omar Garcia. Kylie Gergevich. Emily Helmuth. Catherine Ho. Ryan Kozlowski. James Lamparski. Elizabeth Leitzel. Andrea Loskoski. Jenna Maiden. Connor McCloskey. Alyssa McMahon. Ryan Myers. Abi Namagata. Anabi Namagata. Jonah P. Peterson. Katie Schuster. Emma Smith. Peyton Smith. Braylon Starsack. Kainant Tahir. Colton Thiel. Maya Toma. Natalie Toll. Mariana Vasquez. Alyssa Bibo. Mimi Branikowski. Grace Wells. Okay. We will now be inducting DCAP students who will be receiving a medallion. Christopher Avila. Keely Deppel. Okay. Sarah Gross. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Morgan Kyleman. Catherine Koteski. John Lieber. Alan Mans. Rebecca Parks. Emma Rodell. Alejandra Rosas. Cole Rowell. Kylie Jo Wilson.
It is time for the candle lighting ceremony in which students will light the candle of the classmate next to them while reciting our chapter motto in Spanish and in English. Do we want them to stand up once they're lighted? Ok, clase, levántense, por favor. Gracias. Ahora, we will now recite our chapter motto. Repeat after me, please. Las fronteras de mi idioma son las fronteras de mi mundo. Ahora en inglés. The limits of my language are the limits of my world. You are all now inducted into the Frida Kahlo chapter of the National Spanish Honor Society. Let's hear it for our inductees. Okay, inductees, we will award you with your certificates as well here after the program. You may now blow out your candle. And congratulations. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Muchas gracias por venir. Hasta luego.